Yeah, let's hop on into the first game. It is still a best of 3, of course. I haven't mentioned that yet. Whoever manages to win this best of 3 will be facing off against Harstem. So yeah, Harstem waiting in that best of round of 4 over here. Looking to see who his opponent will be. Most likely watching with us right now. Game is almost live here. Simia Lukuru will be the map. There is something weird on the screen, by the way. I don't know what is happening. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but on the big... I don't even know if anyone's watching this the stream. There we go. Okay, it's got fixed. Oh, it's got fixed. Never mind. Here we go. Game number 1 between these two amazing players. In the top left, we have the Protoss player in the light teal blue color. He is Lind. Marsman realizing mouse sensitivity. Oh, I mean, that is horrible. Playing on a different sensitivity, that is the worst. Alright. Let's see if they will resume as we are waiting for them. Can I talk? I can't talk. It is the best of 3. Can they hear me? Lind, yes! Yes, it is. I don't know if he does. I don't know. Either way. Yes. Si, senor. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to communicate with him. Can I whisper him? Whisper Lind. Nope. Anyone else? Those are just my friends. Nope. I can't really talk to him. Maybe Marsman. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. We fixed it! Yay! Communication achieved. Alright. Look, have fun. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Game number 1 starting in the top left side of the map. We have a teal Protoss player. He is, well, let's wait for these the text to go away a little bit and then we'll do a epic zoom maneuver camera style. Lind. And his opponent fighting for the round of 4. He's the red Protoss player in the bottom right side. He is Marsman. Continuing on, I hope you all had a good, lovely little break. But of course, there's no time to waste. JJ, how are you doing as well? Welcome to the stream, my man. Hope you're having a good day so far. And now you can finish it off with a nice bunch of StarCraft coming your way. Yeah, if you even want to, you can go over to the place itself often. If you want to check out the exact destination and stuff like that, just head on down on the Twitch page. I'm sure there is a link there somewhere that will bring you to the Dutch StarCraft League website. And you could probably find it out. Maybe even the address is already posted right there. I didn't take a good hard enough look. Anyway, where is it? It's in Alphen aan de Rijn. So if you are nearby there, please do have a look. Even if you're not nearby, just put this Twitch stream on your phone and then head on over there. Because anywhere from the Netherlands, you should have more than enough time to still go over there and go and watch the finals. As Frank was saying, there's still a bunch of merchandise there available as well. So go over there, have a good time with the rest of the StarCraft 2 Dutch family, guys. And say hello to everybody from me. I would very much appreciate it. Anyway, okay, let's take a look at these gamers doing the gamer moves. 2 adepts coming out for Lind. Marsman, on the other hand, going for the 2 stalkers. We are realizing that, you know what, we're missing a single thing here. It doesn't matter, we're gonna do this the old school style. And I'm gonna have to pay a lot of attention to see whether there's any probes dying anywhere. I have to make a mental note that we do get game hard the next time around. I don't mind as much right now anyway, but it's okay, it's okay. Nothing, no harm done. 2 adepts right here, fighting a Stalker in the middle of the map. The adepts should be able to pick this one off. The Stalker getting rather close here now. The second Stalker tries to join in, but of course the adepts teleporting away at the most inconvenient time for the Stalkers. But you know what? More Stalkers coming out, 2 more Stalkers here, and managing to blow up one of those adepts here. The 2 probes in the middle of the map also having a bit of a kerfuffle. There it is. Method Ape in the chat as well. What's up, buddy? How was your StarCraft 2 run in the Dutch, the Dutch StarCraft League? I didn't see the greatest results, perhaps, but you know what? You made a good run. You got in the you know, overall playoffs, often the offline or playoffs as well. So, in itself is already very nice results indeed. Valley has been asking for you continuously, so if you ever see a chance to drop in front of that webcam, maybe ask Frank to give you a microphone as well, and come say hello to Valley maybe at one point. I'm sure he will appreciate it. Anyway, Stalker's now rotating around over here. There's only a couple of sentries really available. I guess with the shield battery still should be okay. But these Stalkers can slowly but surely deal quite a bit of damage. Alright, there it is. More Stalkers now coming through. Unfortunately the force field's a little bit misconnecting there. Almost being able to pick off a couple of those Stalkers there. This used to be a Method Ape stream. That's all we talked about, really. Fun experience for sure. That's good to hear, man. That is good to hear. Anyway, Immortals are being constructed for both these players right now. Immortals truly one of the power punching units, of course, in the PvP matchup. I'm kind of hoping secretly that this will still devolve into like some sort of a Disruptor versus Blink Stalker shenanigans, right? Blink Stalker Disruptor versus Blink Stalker Disruptor. It happens a lot in the PvP matchup. We're gonna have to wait and see. A couple of other things also kind of being developed here and there, such as, of course, the Warp Prisms using the Immortals here. With that, could do quite a lot of damage as well. But yeah, Lind getting the Twilight Council here first of all, and Marsman looks like he will be going for the Forge instead. No Twilight Council whatsoever there on the board yet. Instead, oh, actually no. Never mind, he does have a Twilight Council. There he is. No, wait, actually, no, I'm looking at the wrong one now. Okay, confusion has started already. Being confused. But, yeah, he's gonna go for the Forge and the Robotics Bay instead, which is Marsman. Lind, on the other hand, going for the quickest charge from the Twilight Council and adding in a Templar Archives as well. So this could potentially be a big timing push off of the 2 base, going for a Charge Lord's Archon kind of push, and it looks like Marsman is getting ready for a more regular type of play using the Blink Stalkers and the Disruptors here is what I'm guessing. The 2 Immortals for Lind managing to find a little bit of damage here on the bottom of the well, the map as well. Nice dropping going on. Almost killing off a pylon here as well. He's gonna try to come back here, right? He's gonna... No, isn't gonna get that pylon. He's gonna attempt to even get this one either. With the other Immortals there already available, Walt Marsman doesn't want to commit and maybe lose something he really shouldn't. Lind now adding a lot of pylons here, looking for quite a big warp in pretty soon, I would imagine. There's the Immortals. And here are the Disruptors now in the production tab coming through. More gateways being thrown down by Marsman as well, but this is quite a little force coming for Lind now. Does manage to kill off another Stalker here, it seems, with that Immortal drop. But has to be careful. The War Prism getting dangerously low here. And desperately needs to have that War Prism available if he wants to make something happen with his Archon. Oh my god! Alright, well that just happened. Every single sentry going down. Now the sentries for Marsman aren't going to do much because of these Archons. Of course, the Zealots still going to be able to get themselves in here. Nice pick up with the Warp Prism, picking up the Archons before getting hit by that Disruptor shot. And it just doesn't look like Marsman has anything near the numbers that he needs to really hold off against this attack. The Archons being too strong and GG being called. I mean, even with a disruptor hit like that, it just wasn't enough for Marsman. So, yeah, well played there by Lind. A nice little build order win, I'd say. Bringing him the first victory here. Let's see if he can do that one more time to secure himself into the round of 4. We still have a bit of time to go, actually, before we actually want to start the finals. Of course, let me try to calculate this. I mean, if games keep going this pace, we might be there a little bit too quickly. But you know what? We still have another best of 3 behind this. Then we have a best of 5, another best of 5, and then we'll do the finals. So it's gonna be back to back as well, guys. No more interruptions, really. Yeah, we're just waiting for, I suppose, like in between lobbies. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the downtime that we're going to be getting here. I'm ready. Yeah, of course I'm ready. I wasn't even asking me. I see how it is. It's okay. I see how it is. Alright. Alright, Marsman. I guess if I was the player, I wouldn't ask the caster really necessarily either, right? I don't have to do that much. I don't have to really have my settings correct, have my mouse in the proper space. All I need to do is have a glass of water. And you know what, press a couple of buttons when the game's about to start, and then when it is actually going to start, I press this button, and then we're in the game. That's all I need to do. Anyway, in the top left side, we have a red Protoss. He just lost a game a little bit, how do you call this? In a harsh way, perhaps, but still. A little bit of a build order loss, what it felt like to me. The gateways for Lind just a lot sooner. Marsman trying to get those upgrades rolling. Maybe getting the disruptor tech out as well was a little bit more expensive than the Archons overall. I'm not completely convinced, but yeah, let's see if he can make it work this time around. He is Marsman. In the bottom right, getting absolutely blindsided by that attack. The enormous gateway force coming through from his opponent. It's the teal Protoss. He is Lind. Alright. Another PvP match. Here we go. Just waiting for things to get excited here. Let's take a look at the overall probes in the gas geysers. That's always a little bit of a tell, isn't it? Look at that. Less overall probes for Lind here. So I'm guessing Lind definitely wants to get that Nexus up a little bit sooner than Marsman. Marsman, on the other hand, still making quite a lot of gas. Or, yeah, mining it, at least. 796 score on the way. Neither of these players so far have done any type of proxying. Of course, we have to remember, whoever wins this match will still have to fight against Harstem as well in the best of 5. So that is going to be quite the difficult opponent to beat, and it is going to be another PvP. So maybe they are still trying to hold their cards close to their chest, not revealing too much of what kind of cheese they have practiced and installed. For, yeah, just showing too much of all of that is going to perhaps allow Harstem to see these games and start prepping for just that type of thing. Alright, the pylon making sure to see what type of units are coming out of those gateways. And it's of course 2 adepts here are gonna target down the pylon. He does want to make that nexus pretty soon, so he needs the access here for the probe to be made. As the adepts for Marsman are just running through here. Gonna happily start marching across the map. We are seeing a bit of a deviation here. Marsman going for the Stargate, as Lind is gonna go for the robotics facility. Now Stargate, it's pretty good against the disruptors, of course. Does a pretty good job at killing those off before they actually, well, at least picking them up before they make their explosions happen. Both units for Lind now moving out. Needs to get another pylon block here. Doesn't get it though. The adepts coming in through the main base, and a recall is forced here. Quite a lot of energy from that nexus now being used to try and get those adepts back home, but still quite a lot of workers are gonna fall here. And yeah, there is 7 workers going down straight ahead. Look at that, 1 to 7 so far. 2 stocks now marching across the map here. I completely forgot about the game hearts as well once again. Anyway, 2 gateways should be good enough to hold on for now. There's only 2 stocks versus 2 stalkers making this battle. Good micro so far from these players, but in come the Phoenixes and lifting up any naughty little stalker that went out too far. Actually, you know what? Lind still having more than enough units here. It seems to really take the initiative in its own hands. The lifting up of the stalker though is gonna be rather rough, but I mean there is a depth now in the main base here for Marsman. Needs to synchronize those shots, getting 3 works in total there. Not too shabby. It's Marsman now meaning to perhaps make something happen with his Phoenixes as well. The worker count overall still in favor for Lind here. Lind, did he have that Nexus up a little bit sooner? Yeah, he did. That's for sure. It's obvious now once we see this still in production. Anyway. So the Phoenix is coming across, gonna try to attempt get some more worker kills here. There's quite a couple of stalkers though. I'm not sure if that was the worthy trade for Marsman, trying to lift up the adept, killing that one off. I suppose now, if Lind does want to go for another 2 adapted squad, he will have to get another one. But overall, man, yeah, I'm not sure if that was the worthwhile trade, getting a adapt for one of his Phoenixes. A blink now being constructed, a good tool of course for the Protoss to try and fight off against those Phoenixes. They're just going to be flying around continuously. 10 workers so far, now being killed by Marsman, who's taken the overall worker lead. So we can see mining a little tiny bit more, about like 100 minerals here. Overall, in favor for Marsman, making use of those, the initial damage that he dealt with his adepts, and then afterwards coming in to deal more damage with his Phoenixes. Those adepts, very brave, coming in here, only killing off 2 workers there. Yeah, I guess you could make that trade. Wasn't the greatest, obviously. The adepts there were just standing still for a while as well. And Marsman, once again, looks like he just wants to transition into the Disruptor and Blink play here, I would imagine. Let's take a look overall at Lind so far. He hasn't added a bunch of gateways yet. Hasn't really added the Templar Archives yet either. But he's getting the Blink so far, so that is something in of its own. Templar Archives. Is Lynch is gonna do the same thing again? I mean, he is getting Blink this time, so this is awkward. Stock's not, the Phoenix is not plentiful enough to kill off those probes here. Oh my dear lord, also getting caught out of position here, a little bit lacking on the micro there with the Phoenixes, a bit unfortunate. One of them getting picked off, and now only having a single Phoenix remaining here. I mean, it's not a useless unit right now, but it's you know what, the entirety of harassment has been taken off the table here. I guess it can still scout, right? That's his one tool, and of course he can still lift up disruptors as soon as the battle at some later point in the game might take off. But you know what? It could also just get shot out of the sky if it so desires to be. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, does survive for now. Disruptor here for Marsman already available. Army supply looking rather close. Marsman though, of course, does have the overall worker count lead so far. I'd like to see him attempt to do some sort of a third base, perhaps. Maybe a little bit scared still though to do so after taking the loss afterwards, well, the previous game. Having to suddenly fight against an enormous gateway force that he really didn't see coming for a long time. And you know what? It looks like it might still be something very similar as we saw previously. Did he ever get charged? No, he didn't. With this amount of zealots, I'm a little bit surprised. How many zealots do we have? It is 8. Oh, it's only 8 zealots, I suppose. Oh, it's not too many. I thought there were more than 8. Let's see what else he whops in, though. Still definitely feels worthwhile to me. But then again, the zealots versus disruptors, they are nice and quick, so I suppose... I'd still be pretty good at dodging those disruptor shots. First attempt. A little bit of harassment going on here. As well in the main base for Marsman. Marsman retreating actually with his entire force. Leaving his third base completely open for the taken here by, well, anything else that tries to go in there. We do see a bit of a force moving along here. Alright, so the entirety of the drop does get taken out. The War Prism not really trying to save anything there, but of course his expansion under a little bit of distress here. Zealots and Stalkers, also an Archon right now on top of the possibility here of making his own Phoenixes too. Look at those lifts, beautifully doing, targeting down the disruptors that, oh my god, still managed to get one hit though. But yeah, really good micro there from Lind, of course, picking up the disruptors that were shooting the balls of death. And Marsman doing a pretty good job as well, I suppose, at still managing to get a pretty good connection. Now, with that connection, he is looking to just march across the map here. Of course, Lind, let's take a look overall at his unit count. 8 Stalkers, 4 Zealots, and 2 Phoenixes. That's going to be very difficult. He doesn't even have as many Phoenixes as there are disruptors. This is going to be very, very difficult for him to do. He did get another lift there, but it doesn't look like he has anywhere near the numbers that he needs to really defend against this. Blink is pretty good, but you know what? The Marsman also has Blink, so it looks like we're going to be going into a tied-up series from this point on. Even though Lind is trying his best to still manage to do quite a bit of harassment at home. You know what? Marsman did lose a lot of workers, but I mean, this is just too much Protoss in the Protoss base. That is made out of the wrong color. Right? Yeah, there's no way. There's no way, Lind. I don't see a possibility. Ah, nice disruptor ball there. Quickly pulling away from his own Stalker as well. Yeah, that should be it. The harassment has been cleaned up as well. And Lind now just coming to terms with his loss here, I would imagine. GG is called. There it is. So, Marsman tying up the series here. And, oh, there we go. We're gonna go into game number 3 for these guys. Now it's a little bit of a longer game, alright. Also a game number 3, so it looks like we're getting back on schedule here. Nice and steady as we keep going. But yeah, I mean, a bit of a rough one there perhaps. Let's see if either of these players take it one time more. That build from Lind definitely looks very, very strong. I wouldn't mind seeing it again, honestly. It seemed to be working very well against what Marsman was doing there. Gonna have to wait and see if he does it again or if some sort of other type of strategy does take place. Let me join the lobby and we will get things started. Game number 3. Hope you're all still having a good time here, guys. Watching the Dutch StarCraft League, of course. As the name over there does say so. And the logo as well, of course. And this channel too. Should all be aware what you're watching. And if not, then you should never cross the road again. Yeah, you will die. Anyway. Lind and Marsman, their final battle. Who will be kicked out of the tournament and who will keep their dream alive and secure their spot in the round of 4. Trying to face off against Harstam here. Who is waiting for them. Seeing their maneuvering. Checking out their game. Will it be enough though? We'll have to wait and see. That's a story for later on in today. We have in the top right, one more time, the red Protoss player. He is Marsman. In the bottom left side, we have the teal Protoss. He is Lind. Doing a big charge Archon opening at one point and being able to absolutely steamroll over his opponent, even with taking a massive disruptor hit on all of his sentries. Still having just about twice as many units that he needed to win the game there. Marsman, on the other hand, doing pretty much the same thing there, but he did get a couple of adepts into the main base of Lind. At the start, though, we have to remember this, and the Star or the Phoenixes as well. Was a little bit of a weird opening, perhaps forcing Lind into the Blink upgrade instead of going for the full charge. And it worked out very well for Marsman. Both these players again going for the double gas, double gate, very standard things in their own base as well. Talk about the boring Protoss here. Both of them doing the normal thing, the absolute normality. Suppose when everything is on the line here for the final bout in the tournament, you may not want to really put everything on the line with some sort of proxy gateways at the start. It does kind of make sense to me. But then again, I mean, proxying something else, yeah, fine. Here we go. Here we go. One proxy pylon already being put down, and Lind doing the same thing here. On the exact mirrored place on the map. Is that the... No, actually, this would be for that mirror. And then this would be the location for Lind. So Lind a little bit closer, but, I mean, Marsman a little bit quicker. Meaning... I don't know exactly. And this is going to be a gateway, actually. A gateway proxy instead of the Stargate proxy. Now... is Lind going to throw down a robotics facility here as well, or is he actually just going to go for a 4-gate? I've never really seen 4-gates work that much recently, but I don't think people do it anymore either, do they? We're going up to 3 gates so far though, and nothing else yet. I guess we're going to have to be a little bit more patient for a little while longer here. Shield battery in the mineral line. Lind realizing the one base play, I guess, from Marsman. And oh my dear lord, these adepts finding the lonely gateway in the middle of the map. Gonna start working to depower this one. As a Stalker is being created here, 4 more Stalkers waddling their way across the map. Maybe going to intercept these 2 adepts. Yes, they will. Very nicely done. Can send 2 Stalkers back home and keep these other 2 Stalkers chasing down the adepts. So yeah, very well done there. Maybe a little bit delayed with pulling half of his Stalkers the other way around. Might have been able to stay hot on the heels of those adepts, but unfortunately not managing to do so. Alright, the adepts trying to make a move as well, but not getting in that main base. Whoops. I thought we were hidden here. So did I. And he's just dead. Dead adept. The final brave words. And yeah, Lind, I mean, he still has his proxy pylon. Still has a nice warp-in location here. Neither of these players still going for any sort of expansion. Just kind of maxing, well, I say maxing out, but powering up on units over here. Trying not to overmake whatsoever in any sense of the production. 1 worker versus 1 worker so far going down. The adept isn't going to get much done either with the shield battery being here in this location. The Stalkers, did they ever? Oh my god, I thought they did, but look at this. That is an insane... Wow. Wow. Either that is really well mapped out by Marsman, or that is some crazy luck right over there. Anyway. Lind now looking to put on the aggression himself. There are 2 immortals waiting here though. There's also a sentry and a couple of Starks with the shield battery too. Oh, actually no, it's fine. He did hit it. I don't know why the one attack did manage to get through and the other one didn't, but hey, maybe that's just me not paying enough attention. Anyway, Oracle coming through, seeing that there is in fact now a second base being created here, so Lind is going to be feeling pretty comfortable going back with his forces. He doesn't have to put on the aggression. He put his Nexus down a little bit earlier, so he's going to be able to squeeze out a couple more probes here, even though he lost 2 probes there actually. Did he lose 2 probes? No, wait, he lost, I guess it was 2, right? I think it was. Anyway, hard to say. Not too many anyhow. We're still ahead with 3, so that's kind of what it comes down to. That's the important part here. Immortals blowing up a pylon as well. Finally fits resolving that situation. As these dogs are still trying to find that Stargate. Oh, okay, finally it happens. More probes, a couple more probes going down here. I think we went from like 4 to 8, so that's 4 probes going down in total. The War Prism under fire from that Phoenix isn't going to be able to micro back with those Immortals as easily now. The War Prism should get targeted down. There we go, nicely done with the Stokes, but the Immortals still pack a mean punch, and yeah, a lot of the forces of Lind going down immediately. This is looking rather dangerous. Lind taking the fight far away from his shield battery, and now he just doesn't have the forces anymore to really make use of that shield battery whatsoever. Good force fields as well. I guess keeping 3 probes out of the fight here. I don't think it matters too much anymore. And Marsman, congratulations to him, taking another victory here, I'd say. Or at least, you know what? I think, right, this, is this still gonna turn in Lind's favor? I don't think so, right? Oh, that's a good force field. How would it? How would it? Honestly. 25 army supply versus 8. 23 works versus 23. Marsman has done it here, managing to secure himself a spot in the round of 4. Congratulations to him. After that first game, I thought that Marsman didn't stand a lot of a chance there, but in the end,